Learning more about that alarming video of a UPS guy in distress from the extreme heat. He struggles to make it onto the front porch. Then he collapses, overwhelmed by the 110-degree temperature in Arizona. He has to lie down for a moment to recover. Slowly, he gets back up again and reaches for the doorbell before stumbling back to his truck.
It's just a sickening feeling that you don't know what's going to happen to that guy if he goes to the next house or to his truck.
Homeowner Brian Enriquez says he was shaken when he saw what his Ring camera had captured.
You can see in the video, he's looking at his hands, shaking his hands. I mean, he could have a mini stroke or anything.
You may be surprised to hear that UPS trucks have no air conditioning.
It feels so freaking hot back here.
Drivers are taking to social media to share their extreme working conditions. This guy is drenched in sweat.
To get air through the truck, the best way is we always leave the doors open.
We rented a UPS truck to experience what drivers endure. UPS drivers call these trucks the box, and there's a reason. They literally bake in the sun. This one's been parked for a while. Outside, we're registering 95 degrees, but inside, we're approaching 120. UPS says the driver on that Arizona video is fine today, adding, "Our package delivery vehicles make frequent stops, making air conditioning ineffective." Across the nation, the heat is on.
We're talking about all-time records, like we have never, in recorded history, in centuries, seen this type of heat.
Check out the forecast in Houston.
First one, so y'all praises for and honors Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah Bashim Gakadash. You do one, so apostle, the teacher, get listen from when the truth and the shalom, so hopeful like of Israel. And if you want to, I may play the rest of the video, but the point was I wanted to get the point in there, and something I just came across, and something I found interesting, you know, because this isn't anything new, you know, it's happened for a long time, and this is one of the reasons, and you know, these are Edomites, you know, the guy may be a Jake, he may look like an Edomite on the outside, but Edomites are going through this, and you know, this is the kingdom of Esau. So being a kingdom built for Esau shouldn't have to be going through the type of shit that he's going through. But this just goes to show you how bad this really is, because in the kingdom of Israel, Israelites aren't going to be going through this type of shit. You know, they're going to be given priority over the rest of the inhabitants that's going to be in the kingdom, which are going to be heathens in there, but you're all going to be slaves. You know, the heathen are going to be building up our empire, and the Bible, it's tons of scriptures on that. But the point I wanted to get here is you know, simply been made here in America, and you have a lot of people. Not necessarily like I'm not sure the exact percentage of people that's actually fucking passed now. I'm sure it's still a lot, but you have a lot of people that are still, you know, working their asses to the bone, not their fingers, their asses. You know, it's how hard they're working and with these jobs, and especially now, you know, with price rises. It's been like this for a while time. Even without price rises, you have people have to get multiple jobs because long hours, low pay. You know, they pay you hours so they can get, you know, they can work you as hard as fuck throughout the hour. You know, get as much work out of you as you can, but still, you know, like for example, there's some jobs, you know, where you may go in for like a few hours, for let's say 4 or 5 hours a day, but they'll work the living shit out of you to get the most production instead of just, you know, letting everybody go at, I don't want to say go at there, or go at a reasonable pace, and you know, stay there for like a full 8 hours, you know. And like you have a lot of people going through, like, whether it's like manual labor type jobs or just sitting in the fucking cubicle all damn day working their ass off. And here, this is America. You know, this is, you know, that what's that, home of the brave, land of the slaves, and home of the snakes. That's what it should be, because that's what it is. You know, but land of the free and home of the brave, some shit like that. You know, this is America. And once again, this isn't anything new, and this is the shit like this, and this is, you know, a point that I made is this is Esau. You know, how much more is Jake? Because like what America was set up with the intention of our people being nothing more than slaves. And when you go back to slavery, right? you had our people who will be working all day. And often until they fucking dropped in the hot sun, given minimal food, you know, having the shit beat out of them while they're working. And now fast forward here, you may not have that same physical type of abuse going on, like you kind of do have it, you know, with the stormtroopers, you know, executing our people, but our people are getting the hell beat out of them in a mental and a financial type of way. What? Long hours, low pay. They try to work the hell out of you as much as you can, get as much work out of you in the hour, you know, per hour. All, you know, there's all types, you know, surrounded on all sides by bullshit, you know, like I mentioned a lot, you know, food fucked up, and that you know, I'm not sure if the correct term to use is debilitates, but that hinders, you know, your mental performance, like the entertainment, the low frequency vibrations, the excess of drinking, and negative shit going on. It hinders you, it hinders your brain, hinders, you know, your brain functionality, fucks with your body, you know, chemicals being sprayed from the sky, chemicals in the food, in the water, in the air, you know, vending machines at work. I noticed, for example, my job, for example, the food that like, for example, you know, chips, fucking Twinkies, shit like that is lower price. But if you want to get some fruit, that's higher, you know, like a little box of mixed fruit, you know, that's higher. You have to pay a lot more for that than you have to pay for the bullshit. Which, I mean, like obviously, but I found it interesting that now I just found that interesting that the shit that's good for you, you have to pay more, and like that makes sense. But at the same time, you have to pay more, and the shit that, you know, it's bad for you, you have to pay less. You know, you can really grow fruit in your fucking at home, you know. But yeah, you know, this is why I mentioned, this is why we want the hopeful elect of Israel want America to be need America to be destroyed, not want, we need it to be destroyed, you know, because they suffer from all types of ailments, you know, because there's like ailments that'll creep up on you without you even fucking knowing. You know, financial fucking ailments, mental ailments. Like everybody in this bitch is suffering from some type of mental or physical disability. It may be minor, it may be major, but they're suffering from something. You know, day in and day out, you got all these different types of shifts of job, working 12 hours a day. First shift, second shift, third shift, you know, during the day, during the afternoon, and shift during night when you're supporting. I think the elder brother's name is Hawashai Zion, but I remember, I'll never forget it, I mentioned him saying that you're supposed to be sleeping at night. You know, you're not supposed to be fucking working. You know, like, you know, your body goes through healing process, you know, when you're sleeping. You know, like it's a bunch of technical shit, but when you're sleeping, your body, you know, it rejuvenates itself, it heals itself, you know, gets rid of dead cells and all that shit, you know, and makes new ones. Your body's always working. So when at night, when everything, you know, like your body, like that's why you'll get sleepy at night. Let's say like me personally, like I've tested a few times, sleep throughout the day, you know, when I've had nothing to do. And then I wake up and, you know, it's nighttime or whatnot. And even though I just spent a lot of time sleeping during the day, I still feel kind of fucking tired because our bodies are designed to, you know, to go to fucking sleep when the sun goes down. But that whole shit gets disrupted when you have to work at night because you're supposed to be sleeping at night. And like this guy, look at these temperatures. And in those trucks, there's no AC, no air conditioning. And on top of that, you know, the blatant air condition, you know, the heat from the vehicle and whatnot hitting you. You see the doors are open on all sides, so heat coming from inside. And Arizona gets hot as fuck too. Even in the winter, I remember hearing a guy talking about that it gets hot as fuck. Even, like, I don't want to say hot as fuck in the winter, but like it's warmer. It's not as fucking cold, you know. Like in winter, temperature can get like to 70. You know, hearing the guy that was talking about how he lived in Arizona, how he couldn't deal with the heat. You know. And once again, this is and you know the company don't give a fuck about that nigga that passed out. None of these companies give a fuck about any of you. They say they do. Why? Because the people that buy from them, that you know that it's just a PR, public relations type of thing. You know. To the people who purchase their products and services, they have to they have to look like they care about their employees, but they fucking don't. You know, you'll have companies that'll say shit like, you know, how they value the people, you know, like how they value the people above all, which is complete fucking bullshit when you take into account how they treat the people that they are working for. You know, they overwork you. In the case of my man right here, they see you're competent, they, you know, they'll overwork the fuck out of you. And you know, in a lot of them, in a lot of these companies, and they don't give a fuck. And this is part of the reason why America needs to be destroyed, because this type of shit is not going to fucking change. This is how these niggas make money, and for the most part, the majority of you Americans are okay with this, as long as you get your paycheck, as long as you get your bills paid, as long as you can get your drink, as long as you can, you know, you can get your little lap dance at the strip club, you know, get your little Netflix and your and whatever bullshit you niggas partake in. Now I'm gonna do a couple scriptures. And you know, you have to work this hard for these crazy ass prices. You know, work. You know, you have to, like, for example, what? Phones, for an example. What's the average time that, you know, like you see my phone screen fucked up? I'm not sure if the video will pick this up. My phone screen fucked up, but I had this phone for 5, 6, long ass time. Like, I know people that replace their phone after a year, after 2 years, their phone starts moving slower after like 1 or 2 years. You know, like $500, $600, $1,000 for a fucking phone. Like, you're working, busting your ass for shit that breaks down on you. And not only do you have to pay for the shit that breaks down on you, but you have to pay to get it repaired. Or replacement or whatnot. But, you know, you people are currently living in hell. You know, to the hopeful elect and to you heathens that are in America, you know? This Haggai 1-6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. What? I mentioned how somebody I know works 12 days straight, and this person, like, on the little check stub, the person had earned about like $1,300, but taxes took away $3. I think it was $1,200 in taxes, took away $3 of that. So this person brought in $900 after 12 days of work, and like the job is very, very labor intensive. You know, you essentially bust your ass every day. You know, you go in there and work. You know, you get taxed every fucking thing. You know, one of the last videos I put up, like the roads, for example. Right? The roads, you are paying taxes for roads and whatnot, yet the roads are all fucked up. And your car get fucked up, and as a result, you got to pay for repairs on something that originally didn't, you know, on an unnecessary expense. And the fact that they haven't fixed it proves that your leaders don't give a fuck about any of you, right? And once again, the only reason you people continue to, you know, smile on your face is because the little amenities and little shiny things that you have, you know. That's the only reason you people can continue, because you're content with, you know, your little Friday check, and you know, you're spending about, I don't know, about $100, $200, you know, on whatever you want, Netflix, whatnot. You're content with sitting at home, your AC blasting, bill running up, and watching fucking basketball. As long as you can do that, you're fine with whatever they give you. And that's a slave fucking mentality. You're not going to have any slaves ruling in the kingdom of heaven. That's why the Lord is going to have to kill a lot of you, because something you don't understand is that the Heavenly Father is a king. You know, his children are princes, God's leaders. You know, they're not slaves. Our position wasn't supposed to be slaves. We're not supposed to have the mentality of slaves. You know, being content with crumbs. You know, and as long as you get your little crumbs, you can take whatever abuse your slave master give you. That's the mentality of a slave. And the good example is my man Esau passing out in them UPS shorts. You have so much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you're not filled with the drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in into a bag with holes. And what? Once again, even if you save money, some bullshit will happen. You gotta spend it. And the ways that to really make money aren't widely taught, especially to our people. Like, you have the internet with it going on, but still, like, what majority of our people, if they even have a fucking job, you know, slaving away. You know, bodies fucked up. Like, once again, people I know, I'm sure we all know people like this. You know, your body fucked up, or arm injury or some shit. You still gotta, keep going. And that's why you have the prophets to call America hell, because it is. On the outside, it looks great. You have running water, you have purification, you have electricity, you have fans, ceiling fans, you have cell phones, you have the internet. But you have to go through absolute hell to be able to maintain even the little shit that you have, you know? And once again, you're not taught how to actually make, money. How to get, money that you see these niggas on YouTube, like with all these cars. Sure, some of them niggas be renting all that shit. But how they get the money to rent the shit? You know, you're not taught about how to get that. And that's done on purpose, especially to our people. Our people are kept what? Fucking stupid. But with the Lord, the Lord tells us how we get power, how we get riches. Obey him, you know? And there's other, things, going in the other things going in the finance and the scriptures. But for example, for us to get our own kingdom, our own street names, our own lands, he's the way. Not building up a community in America in which you have to go to the same person who's oppressing you for, to get the green light to do things. So, such as starting a business. You got to go to him. You got to pay a fee. You got to wait a couple months, maybe a couple months. It was backlogged. So I don't know how, like, a couple days, weeks, months to get the green light. You got to operate under his system. And the scripture here, it says how he earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. And no matter what, you're always going to have money going out somewhere. And here in America, you're always going to have to work your ass off beyond what you should be doing to get it. And there's one guy that said you shouldn't have to work this hard just to survive. Just for like $600, $700, $800 apartment. $900 apartment, 1 bedroom, little bath, maybe even a fucking studio. You got to work your ass off to maintain it, And there's this one article about this landlord nigga put out I think it was all Jake's. He put out every single person in an apartment building. Now, I'm not sure if it's because they haven't paid or whatnot, but he put out everybody out that bitch. Not just 10, 20 people. Everybody, he emptied out that whole fucking building. This is why why America's hell. You have a few people that are enjoying, a luxurious type of life. And you have a few people that are doing good, but everybody else is fucking suffering. This is why America needs to be destroyed, because the leaders of America prey on the people under them. Whether y'all want to acknowledge that or not. Scriptures talk about how America's been going to be burned with fire. And good. Fucking good. And you see World War III, you know, coming more and more into clarity. With all this shit going on over there. You know, Europe, Middle East, and whatnot. There's one more scripture I want to get. I'm trying to remember what it was. Nope, no, that's not. This is. Ecclesiastes 25:7. This is going to be it. There be 9 things in my heart which I judge. There be 9 things which I judge in my heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Well, everything is fucked up, but what? It says how a man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And Esau has clearly, you know, illustrated that he's the enemy of humanity. He's the enemy of all of creation. Why does he